Hello, I was able to do what I promised you that we will get to, which is an ability to use ChatGPT or other large language models within Google Sheets to do qualitative data analysis without paying the extra credits. There's still an extra cost. It's very, very minimal, and I explain as we move along. I will share with you this document that will walk you through the entire process very simply, but I will also show you in this video exactly how to do this. The process is very simple. The goal, as I mentioned, is to perform a qualitative data analysis in Google Sheets while optimizing for performance and cost with various LLMs. The tools we're going to use is Google Sheets and a platform called openrouter.ai. The first thing you want to do is open Google Sheets, which I already have. So I have a Google Sheets. I'm going to create a new sheet, and then you'll see in the instructions, the next thing you want to do is you want to click on extensions and then app script, which is here. So you go to extensions, app script, and then you're going to copy the script that is in this document. So the whole thing starting from here, and I'm going to copy it all the way down to the end. That's it. So this is where it ends. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to place it instead. It always has like something in the beginning, so you need to delete everything, including this, and then paste. And then the next thing you need to do is hit save, which is this little disk icon on the top. The next thing you need to do is to sign up for your own OpenRouter account. You do this on openrouter.ai, and then you log into your account, which I already have. So my account looks like this. And then you go to account, you go to keys, and you're going to create a new key. When you do that, it will ask you to give it a name. You can call it Google Sheets, John, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really matter. And you can limit the amount of credits it will use when it's running. So if you mistakenly copy this to 6,000 rows, it's not going to charge you for that. It's going to stop at a certain amount. And once you hit create, it will give you a key that you can copy, which I'll show you where you're going to copy to in a minute. So once you have that key, you're going to go back here and all the way in the top where it says your API key, you're going to copy the key that you got from OpenRouter. Now, what OpenRouter does is really, really cool. It allows you to connect to almost any large language model out there, whether it's the big branded names or the open source platforms, big and small, and pick whichever one you use for every task. The cool thing is they have a huge variety of rates, meaning you can use anything for free ones to the really expensive ones like GPT-4 in order to get the right performance at the right price. So you can use different models for different aspects of the things you're trying to do, which I find really cool. The way you use this in Google Sheets is the formula structure is like this. So if you want to look at an example, it's like this. So you hit equal AI, and then you have three parameters. The first parameter is where you're going to put your prompt. The second parameter is where you're going to put either a cell or a range of cells. And the third parameter is which model you want to use. So how do you know how to name the model properly? So when you're in here in OpenRouter, if you go to rankings, it has all the models that's been used today based on the rankings, and you can see exactly what they are. If you click on any of them, so let's say Mistral 7B Instruct, you can see this thing here that looks like a structure of a link. This is what you need to copy. So if you copy this, this is what you want to put in your Excel file. And the other thing that it's going to show you is it's going to show you how much money it's going to cost you, whether coming as an input or as an output. In some of them, it's the same. So in this case, you're going to pay 13 cents for every million tokens that you're going to use. And you can see this price is displayed per million tokens. So it's still a very small amount. If you go as an example back to rankings, Gemini Pro. So Gemini Pro is, you see there's a different prices. This is 12.5 cents and this is 37 cents. And I think GPT-4 is $3. So it's almost 10 times more than this and like 30 times more than the basic models that you can run. So you don't always have to jump to GPT-4. So let's look at an example. In this particular document, it's a document that has lots and lots and lots of data that I scraped from G2 as far as customer reviews for, in this particular case, Salesforce, but I'm just using it as demo data. And I wrote the prompt, which is You are an expert product strategist with 10 years of experience. Your task is to look for opportunities for software features and updates based on existing negative product reviews. And I gave it a long prompt. So now let's look at an example. What I've done here is I've called 3 different models. So you can see here, it's Mistral 7B Instruct. This one is Gemini Pro, and this one is Mixtral 8X7B. So 3 different models, and I gave them the same prompt. So how did I do this? I went here, and you can see the prompt is G1, which is where this is, and then so that's where the prompt is. Then the parameters, the data that's going to look for comes from cell E30 to, from E3 to E30. So it's the cells that are in E and all the way from here, all the way down. So lots and lots and lots of cells with lots of data. So this is how I define the range. And then the third parameter is G2, which is, I moved this. This was here before. It doesn't really matter. It's actually looking at this parameter right now. And then the same thing here for the following cell, and then the same thing here for this following cell. So I'm actually asking 3 different models to provide me the same action, which is to find these commonalities and things that I should improve in the software through the 27 examples that I gave it. And you can see that I'm getting different outputs. Now, the trick with this is that I can choose 5 or 6 of these models. Running all of them on these 30 examples cost me almost nothing. And then I can see which one is actually working best for this particular use case. Once I know that, I will only use that one model that works best for that use case. Or if there's one that's good enough that costs me a lot less, I'm going to pick that one. Once I have that, I'll delete the other 2. And this is the one I'm going to copy down to the 750 rows that I've got here. So what it enables me to do, because now the prompt itself is in a specific cell, I can reference that again and again and again. I can then reference whatever cells I want to do, whatever function I want. I've also done something that we've done in the exercises. So I've told it in a different prompt here, you are a customer service expert with 20 years of experience. Basically what we've done in the course of writing a feedback to somebody who wrote us a negative review. So very similar kind of process. I'm telling it, as far as the output, I'm telling it this case to look at G4, which is this cell, and I'm telling it to look at E4, which is this cell. This is the actual negative review from that customer. And then I'm asking it to use H2, which is this one, Mistral 7B, in order to write the response, and it does. And so you can see it wrote the response. I tried it also with the other model and got another response, and I can do the same thing. Compare them one to the other, see which one I like better. Go back to Open Router, see which one costs me less money if they're equal as far as I'm concerned. And that's it. And I'm good to go. And I can copy this all the way down. As far as payments, the way this thing works is you pay Open Router whatever is the regular cost of the specific model you want to use, plus about 5.5%. So if it was 13 cents, you're going to pay 13 cents plus 5.5% of 13 cents, which I find very, very reasonable for the amount of functionality and savings that this can potentially provide. If you have any questions, find me on our Friday sessions or in our next course or on Slack, and I can help you do this. But it's a very straightforward process if you follow this document that I sent in this video, and it's really amazing as far as the results that it can give. I hope you find this valuable. Feel free to share it with your company, with your team, with your friends, whatever you want. I'm not looking for anything other than to try to help you do this. That's it. Thank you. Good luck.